Hi. How's your frequency doing today? I awoke today to a maelstrom of emotions on various different groups, to lots of client work, to lots of noise, and yet I feel really calm. And I know I've talked about this over the previous weeks because I think this is perhaps one of the tests of our times and maybe a barometer of how soulfully on track we are. Things are not going to get less intense. If anything, they'll get more so. And that is the nature of the alchemy of these times. If we stop for a moment and contemplate how every thought, every emotion, how every word we speak has a frequency, then we start to get a sense of how we interact with the environments and people around us. We know from science that we can measure the frequency of our brain waves, we can measure the frequency of our heart. And so, with that being known, what frequency do we choose to put out into the molecular structure of our lives? Because our frequency determines our reality. And there's many scientific research projects now that show that actually the universe is made of frequency and sound. So if we know that, what's the music that we're making? What's our harmony or disharmony? And neither one is better than, and we all play discordant tunes from time to time because that's part of growth. But actually, when we are rooted in ourselves and rooted in our own sense of truth and our own sense of security, and I don't mean control by security, I mean a sense of who we are and what's truly important, then our frequency is harmonious. I talked about this in last week's story hack. So I encourage us all to start to contemplate and become more self-aware in every moment. What's my frequency? What's my music? Regardless of the music that's being directed at me from others. And this has been a core lesson for me in my life, that when others' music is chaotic, emotional, turbulent, or just overwhelming, that doesn't mean mine has to respond. Mine can remain in harmony. So if everything in your life is frequency, what frequency are you choosing? And how does your frequency affect everyone and everything around you? Let's see what music we're playing.